So welcome to the San Francisco Dharma Collective. My name is Augusta Hopkins, and we're coming together to rest and replenish and restore in the midst of dukkha, right? In the midst of suffering. You don't get to avoid suffering. And I don't know about you, but the way I hear it is that so many of us, oh, here's this suffering. Let me get rid of this suffering, and then I'm going to feel better. Or let me skip this suffering by doing this thing over here, and then I'm going to feel better. Or suffering? What suffering? Like these are the habits of mind. The Buddha saw them clearly and articulated them: greed, aversion, and delusion. Okay, so our practice is to recognize that this is what's happening. Oh, greed is here, or oh, aversion is here, or delusion. Oh, I'm caught in a view or belief. I'm really appreciating that these days as a way to recognize delusion. Caught in a view or belief. And it can just be believing something, right? Because so often we don't recognize that we're caught in it. It's true. And we're often running, but it's more nuanced than that. Everything is more complex than that. There's a facet of that might be true, but we layer on so much without even recognizing that we're layering it on. And as we honor and acknowledge that dukkha is here, suffering, unsatisfactoriness, discontent, stress, dis-ease, like however you want to translate that Pali term, as we recognize and acknowledge dukkha is here, it's not so sticky. Or we recognize and acknowledge grief is here, or anger is here, or fretting is here, or frustration is here, or excitement is here, or agitation is here. It's like, oh, that's what's here. And now awareness is also here with it. And awareness is a salve or a balm. And just as awareness can greet dukkha, it can also greet sukha, which is often translated as happiness or ease, peace, sweetness, contentedness. And when mindfulness or sati awareness meets sukha, it heightens it. It makes the pleasurable, more rewarding, more nourishing, and it makes the neutral kind of cool too. It's natural tumbling forward of things. And the Buddha articulated that for us. So we'll talk more about that in a bit, but please finding a posture that's supportive and comfortable for you. It can be helpful to root down through the tailbones. If you're sitting on a chair or on the floor, cross-legged, or even in a meditation bench, rooting down through the sit bones, grounding down, connecting with the earth. That also works for standing, although of course we do that with our feet. Or lying down, feeling the parts of the body that are making contact with the couch or the blanket or floor, being supported by the earth, letting go into that. So beginning with letting go, releasing, settling down. Allowing the body, heart, and mind to settle just as they are. Taking care that the posture is comfortable enough. And beyond that, nothing to do. Just resting down, softening, finding stability and ease. And also lifting up through the crown of the head, lengthening in any posture, lengthening through the crown, making contact with the spaciousness of the sky. And broadening out through the shoulders, inhabiting your place and your space. Rooting down, lengthening up and broadening out. Coming home to ourselves and this moment, just as we are, just as it is. Resting. And enjoying the sounds of the bell. First, a little wake-up sound, as we do in the Plum Village tradition. And then 3 full invitations of the bell, allowing the nervous system, the heart and mind, the body, to receive the call of the bell as a support for presence and awareness. As Sayadaw Tejaniya says, awareness, in a translation of sati, which is often translated as mindfulness, awareness is your true home. Noticing how that lands in the heart, mind, and the body. Awareness is your true home. And the focus being on awareness itself rather than the content or the objects. Awareness is your true home. Go back home where you belong. I love that call. It brightens the heart mind for this being anyway. Awareness is your true home. Go back home where you belong. And from Thich Nhat Hanh, listen, listen. The sound of the bell. Calling you home. Listen, listen. The sound of the bell brings me back to my true home. And of course, our attunement with the present moment comes and goes. It arises and passes due to conditions. As do all dharmas, all phenomena, all conditioned experience arising and passing. This is not a problem. We're not doing something wrong. It's nature. Just as the rains come when the conditions are sufficient. And the rains clear when the conditions are sufficient. So too, we come, or rather awareness of the moment arises due to conditions or nature and passes. As we practice in this way, or as I have practiced in this way, greater and greater freedom has arisen. Less and less fighting reality. More and more moments of, oh, it's like this. And I found that when I'm attuned with awareness or resting into awareness, it matters not what it is I have become aware of. Grief, anger, frustration. Oh, the awareness is not sad, mad, frustrated, angry, annoyed, grieving. The awareness is completely free. And in this approach to practice, we can cultivate awareness by first resting, 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 resting. Ensuring that we're as comfortable as is available in the moment. And then receiving experience. Noticing what we notice. No need to notice anything in particular. Not training ourselves to be attached to a particular object, but rather opening to what's actually here in the moment. In our busy urban lives, when we come into a period of still meditation practice like this, we often come in with a swirl and agitation. No problem, this can be known. And the bells can support our interest in knowing what's here. cultivating curiosity and interest. Noticing whatever it is you might be noticing. Hi there. Oh, it's nature. Whatever physical sensation, mind state, heart state, emotion, thoughts, contraction, expansion, greed, aversion, whatever might be arising in the moment. It's just nature. It's a conditioned experience. It doesn't need to be fought or fixed or improved upon. Just met. As we practice meeting the moment, wisdom naturally arises. I know we might all like wisdom to arise continuously, constantly, regularly. And what if we could, but we can't. We can't force it or make it. But we can contribute to and support the conditions that allow wisdom to arise. Greeting each moment with awareness is a powerful practice for that. Resting, receiving, noticing. Cultivating curiosity and interest in the direct felt experience. As we're practicing here together and in daily life, you might become interested in the experience of awareness, noticing when awareness returns. And appreciating those moments of return. Or maybe noticing when awareness deepens. Or simply noticing that you are aware. Becoming interested in how that feels. If you're listening to me, if you're attuning to my voice, you are aware. Can you notice that? The awareness itself that's here, adjacent to the hearing and to my speaking. It's meeting it. Can it be known? Can the awareness be known? Maybe not right now. Not something to get yourself tied up in knots about. It's not a doing, but a resting back and opening and receiving. Just beginning to name some of the things you might become aware of. Not intending to invite or encourage you to go out there and try to do them. The only doing is resting and opening, receiving, cultivating curiosity and interest. Which I'll often refer to as simply resting and opening. The opening includes receptivity, interest, and curiosity. Maybe some acceptance. Oh, it's like this. Hi there. And maybe occasionally naming that which we're noticing, either anger, frustration, joy, delight, tingle in the body, expansion of the heart, or contraction, warmth. Agitation, ease. Hi there. So as to strengthen our attunement with reality. Relaxed, receptive awareness. And then once in a while, maybe every few minutes or so, and in daily life, occasionally throughout the day, hourly if we remember, who knows? What's the attitude of the mind? Just dropping in the question and noticing what happens. No need to answer it. But we might notice that there's some kind of contraction or chasing after. Oh, greed is present. Hi there, greed. Okay, there's room for you too. Or we might notice that aversion is present, a pushing away, a resistance. Also often felt as a contraction of the heart. Get stuck to the thing we're trying to push away. And this can be known, this can be met with sati. And we can become familiar with the experience and thereby not consumed by it, not caught in it. And sometimes we can be caught in it and then notice, we can know, we can become aware that we're caught in it. Great, that is awareness. That's what we're cultivating. It matters not what the object of awareness is. We can be aware with anything. The third attitude we might notice is that of delusion. Some view or belief it's running the show. It should be this way, it shouldn't be that way. Well, it is, good luck. Noticing how that feels, becoming intimate with the experience of the heart-mind, the attitude, greed, aversion, delusion, or some facet of wise attitude. Sati, mindfulness, awareness, is wise attitude. When we know that we are aware and we're resting in that awareness. Getting interested and curious about that experience in the heart, mind, body. Sometimes love arises. This is a wholesome mind state or a wise attitude, knowing this. Or joy or delight. Mudita, joy in another's joy. compassion might arise for yourself or others. Just being with whatever is arising and passing, knowing or reminding yourself that it's all nature. It's a natural unfolding due to causes and conditions. It's simply things as they have come to be in this moment. It's not personal. It's not happening to me. It's happening. Hi there. So every once in a while, checking the attitude, noticing if greed, aversion, or delusion are present, or a wise attitude. Peace, sati, kindness, compassion, love, gentleness, acceptance. Noticing those moments of attunement with reality and how it feels. Taking the time to really notice how it feels when we are in attunement with reality. Neither fighting, nor chasing, nor missing, not caught, just here. Oh, it's like this. resting. Receiving. Remembering that it's all nature, natural unfolding due to causes and conditions. Maybe noticing what it is that you are aware of. Tracking your own direct experience as it arises and passes. As it becomes available. And as you remember, every once in a while, not more than once every few minutes, checking the attitude. Getting familiar with our ever-changing experience. Not so much seeking ground or seeking stability, but being with the ever-changing flow of life. Aware. Attitude. Noticing your relationship to the moment. Maybe there's a feeling of contentment. This is to be known. This is worthy of your kind attention. To feel, recognize, experience how it feels to experience contentment, to be contented, even if just for a moment. Same with aversion, greed, and delusion. Oh, that's just that. Awareness of greed is not greedy. With time, we can recognize and rest into awareness itself. Receiving the bell, and exploring the possibility of continuing to cultivate awareness. Need not be limited to this limited time of practice, but can infuse our lives. Continuing to rest in awareness, recognizing how the body might want to move and inviting it, allowing it to move in that way. Noticing if you can be aware when the impulse to open the eyes arises before opening the eyes, or maybe the eyes are already open, that's fine. You can get interested in that chetana or intention that precedes each action of body and mind. Allowing the body to move and stretch in whatever ways feel good. And when the eyes do open, or if they're already opened, can you be aware of this experience of seeing in addition to or adjacent with that which is seen? Continuing to cultivate the experience of awareness. Awareness is happening all the time. We just mostly miss it. We just see the object or hear the sound. We kind of miss that awareness is there with it, allowing that experience to happen, allowing us to see or to hear or to have a thought. But you might play with it if you like walking down the street or in daily life. But I think it's particularly interesting walking down the street. Like we see things that something draws our attention. And so often we're just on to that thing that we've seen or that thing that we've heard that we don't notice. Oh, there's kind of like a moment of waking up just happened there. And we can get interested in that experience, that like waking up, like that moment of mindfulness. And as we have more of those moments, we're more present to our lives and we're just more in alignment with life. And that brings freedom because we're not fighting reality. I've been thinking a lot today about all kinds of different challenges, my own and those of ones that I love and those of people I know a little bit and don't know at all. And this thread that's true in all of them is that we're, in a way, creating our own suffering by wanting things to be other than they are. Because for sure there are difficulties, right? We cannot escape that. And the magnitude of our difficulty is completely proportional to our alignment or resistance to said difficulty. I notice for myself when there's an alignment to that difficulty, like, yes, this thing has happened or this is a difficult moment. My ability to meet it and tend to it and care for it and take the next right action is so heightened and strengthened. But when I'm in a spin out about this thing not being the way that I want it to be, I'm completely depleted by that. And I have no reserves to meet the moment and take a skillful action. And then what happens is I take an unskillful action. It's like, that's not what I'm going for. And as I tune into this and get more and more interested in it, I'm seeing more and more clearly again and again that it's the resisting reality. It's the fight against things as they have come to be in this moment. Yeah. I feel like I could go on about that, but I'm not sure exactly how helpful that would be. I do have a quote that I'd like to unpack a little bit. I received this quote recently from another friend on the path. It's from our teacher, Thich Nhat Hanh. This, my dear, is the greatest challenge to being alive, to witness injustice in the world and not allow it to consume our light. This, my dear, is the greatest challenge to being alive, to witness injustice in the world and not allow it to consume our light. I feel like there's so much just in each word there for me. Just simply beginning with my dear, right? To greet ourselves and one another as dear ones. Such a beautiful practice that Thai offered us. Like, oh, right, to be dear to ourselves. Or one of my teachers, Alexis Santos, is referring to us so often as friends. It's like, oh, right, can we be friendly to ourselves and one another? The greatest challenge to being alive, right? It's no small feat. It's no small feat. The greatest challenge to being alive. I want to be alive while I'm alive, right? Not some shell of myself, not sitting around wishing things were other than they were. It's like, oh, and I want to live fully here and now. Because of course we can't live in yesterday or tomorrow, as much as the mind might want to try to fix and solve. To witness, right? Can we witness ourselves? Can we witness the world? Can we be present to what's actually unfolding here and now, internally and externally? And to not turn away from injustice, like we're surrounded by it. And not allow it to consume our light. Not allow. We have choice. We have choice. It doesn't have to. Not allow it to consume our light. And I feel like consumerism is constantly trying to get us, constantly trying to consume our light. And we don't have to let it. We can recognize that this is what's happening and meet ourselves, witness our own experience, and touch the resilience that's available as we attune to ourselves and we align with the present moment. Whatever it is carrying, whatever it's bringing. I find myself relying so much on the teachings of Thich Nhat Hanh and the teachings of Sayadaw Tejaniya to navigate life. This way of practice that I guided us in this evening of resting and receiving and opening to things as they are was very hard for me when I first was exposed to it. I had been practicing maybe for 12 or 15 years when I first was exposed to this way, and I couldn't grasp it because I was trying to do it. So I let it go, I put it down, and then I came back to it maybe 7 years ago. And it's completely changed my practice, and I'm noticing so much fruit in my behavior. It's like not getting as upset about things and being able to take more skillful action, to have wise response emerge from inside of me by cultivating awareness in a more gentle way, so that the doing that I'm doing is resting, opening, and receiving, rather than trying to be aware. No, we're like trying to be aware. I can't, it's exhausting for me anyway, to try to be aware. And then I was subtly beating myself up for not being aware all of the time. It's like that wasn't helping me any. And in this way, I'm aware more often. And my agenda about what I should be aware of is falling away. It's like, oh, that's what's here right now, okay. And then I often notice again and again this bright smile showing up on my face when awareness meets whatever. Whether what it's meaning is despair or joy, it's like it doesn't care. It's like delight just shows up. Like, oh, and I feel like I just will probably look ridiculous because this huge grin just pops up onto my face. Because I'm not fighting. Oh, and I'm a great fighter. It's like, and I don't really want to live that way. And I'm beginning to teach this practice more instead of just falling back onto what I had done for so many years because I was easy and familiar, because it's helped me so much. And maybe I'm a little clunky in the teaching because the teaching of it is new for me. And I hope you got a little taste. And I hope you didn't tie yourself up in knots like I did when I first was exposed to this and trying to do it. Because the only doing is resting and receiving. And the other things happen. As awareness strengthens, as the momentum of awareness builds, wisdom just emerges on its own. We're not doing any of it. So I hope that that's helpful. Thank you for your practice and your kind attention.